You ever hear a story that grabs you by the throat and doesn't let go? Picture this: a dusty, sun-soaked driveway, a cherry-red Ferrari screaming to life, and behind the wheel not some hotshot billionaire, but Lena Carter, the housekeeper who's about to risk it all. This is the story of how one woman's heart, racing faster than that car, changed everything. Lena's been cleaning the sprawling Westfield mansion for years, polishing marble, folding linens, keeping her head down in a world that barely sees her. The mansion belongs to Victor Langston, a real estate tycoon who's got more money than God and a temper to match. His pride and joy. That Ferrari, a gleaming beast he babies like it's his firstborn. Lena, he'd snap, catching her too close to it once. You touch that car, you're out, no job, no mercy, you hear me? She'd nod, biting her tongue, knowing her place in his world was as invisible as the dust she swept away. But the real heart of that house. Little Sammy, Victor's 6-year-old son, big brown eyes, always giggling, tugging at Lena's apron to show her his latest crayon masterpiece. To Lena, Sammy wasn't just her boss's kind, was family, the kind you choose. Then came the day that flipped everything upside down. It's a quiet morning, the kind where the air feels too still, and Lena's tying Sammy's sneakers when he goes quiet, too quiet. His chatter stops, his eyes glaze over, and suddenly he's burning up, his little body slumping like a rag doll. Sammy? Sweetie, you okay? Lena's voice shakes as she presses her hand to his forehead, hot as a skillet. Then he collapses, limp in her arms, his lips turning a ghostly blue. Her heart's pounding like a jackhammer, checks his pulse, barely there, and screams for help, but the mansion's a damn ghost town. The cook's off, the butler's gone, the intercom's been busted for weeks. She dials 911, voice cracking, but the dispatcher's calm as ice. Ambulance is 15 minutes out. 15 minutes? Sammy doesn't have 5. Lena's eyes dart to the window, to that red Ferrari glinting in the sun like a lifeline. Victor's warning echoes in her head. Touch it, and you're done. Job, reputation, everything gone. But Sammy's fading, his breath shallow, and Lena's not thinking about consequences anymore. God, give me strength, she whispers, scooping him up and bolting outside. She straps Sammy into the passenger seat, her hands shaking so bad she fumbles the buckle, then slides into the driver's Sether work boots, gritty against the leather. The engine roars like a lion, and she floors it, tires spitting gravel as the gates creak open. She's not just driving, she's racing death itself. The Ferrari tears down Maplewood Drive, weaving through traffic like a bullet. Horns blare, drivers curse, but Lena's laser-focused, muttering prayers under her breath. Hold on, Sammy, just hold on. His tiny body twitches, a seizure hitting, and Lena's heart rips open. She steadies him with one hand, gripping the wheel with the other, refusing to let this car spin out. The hospital's neon sign finally blinks into view, and she screeches into the ER lot, smoke curling from the tires. Help! He's dying, she screams, cradling Sammy as nurses swarm. They whisk him inside, machines beeping, doors slamming shut. Lena's left standing there, trembling, staring through the glass as they fight to save him. But before she can catch her breath, a cop's voice cuts through. Hands up, ma'am. You're under arrest. Lena spins around, stunned. What? 2 saved him. The cuffs snap on, cold and tight, as the officer's voice drones. You stole Victor Langston's Ferrari. That's a felony. Her pleas about Sammy, about the emergency, fall on deaf ears. As they haul her to the squad car, she catches one last glimpse of Sammy, hooked to tubes, fighting for his life. Her knees buckle, but the cop yanks her forward. The crowd stares, whispering, judging a black housekeeper in cuffs, next to $1 million car. She's a thief in their eyes, nothing more. Meanwhile, Victor's in his penthouse office, mid-meeting, when his phone buzzes. Sir, your Ferrari's been stolen, his security chief stammers. By Lena Carter. Victor's face goes white, then red with fury. Lena? That ungrateful, call the cops now. He's livid, pacing, picturing his prized car in the hands of the woman he trusted to scrub his floors. Betrayal burns deep. These isn't just a car, it's his status, his control. He demands her arrest, no questions asked. But at St. Mary's Hospital, the truth starts to crack through. Victor storms in, ready to unleash hell, only to find Sammy in the trauma bay, alive barely. The doctor, a grizzled guy named Dr. Patel, pulls him aside. Mr. Langston, your son had a severe allergic reaction. If that woman hadn't gotten him here when she did, he'd be gone. Victor's world tilts. Lena, he chokes out. Dr. Patel nods. She saved his life. The words hit like a freight train. Victor's rage crumbles, replaced by a sickening guilt. He'd called her a thief, had her cuffed, while she was out there saving his boy. He finds Lena in a holding cell, wrists raw from the cuffs, eyes red from crying. She looks up, terrified, and stammers, Mr. Langston, I'm so sorry I had to save Sammy. Victor's throat tightens. He kneels before her, something he's never done. Lena, I'm the one who's sorry. I was wrong, dead wrong. You're a hero. He demands the cuffs come off, drops all charges, and sits with her, voice breaking. You saved my son. I'll never forget that. Word spreads like wildfire. By nightfall, the story's everywhere. Housekeeper steals Ferrari to save boss's son. Reporters swarm, cameras flash, and social media explodes. Some call Lena a hero. Others whisper she's just a publicity stunt. Victor, facing the cameras, owns his mistake. I judged her too fast, he says, voice raw. Lena's courage showed me what really matters. He announces a new role for Lena Sammy's caregiver and a foundation in her name to train workers like her in emergency skills. The crowd roars, but not everyone's clapping. High society sneers, calling it a PR move. A maid running a charity? One snob scoffs at a gala. Victor's lost it, but Lena doesn't flinch. She steps up, training thousands, saving lives, proving them wrong with every step. Months later, Sammy's back to his old self, laughing, hugging Lena like